I don't think it will be a big deal, but it is a conversation as Jalon Walker gets number 11. Now, the last time we saw number 11 was Julio Jones.
Okay.
Is it disrespectful?
No.
Let's
to have Julio Jones's number so close to when he's been a Falcon issued out to another player?
So close, he hadn't been here in like 4 years.
It's not like he's been gone a decade.
It doesn't matter.
He's a great player for this organization and this franchise. There's no question about that, but you do not have a conversation about not wearing his number.
So you're saying it's fair game.
Fair game.
Number 11 should be okay for Jalon Walker to be able to use.
100%.
So you went back and you brought up the Giants, and Abdul Carter asked for 56. Lawrence Taylor said
Nonsense.
No. Then he asked for 11, which is what he wore in college as well.
Nonsense.
And Phil Simms' family outvoted Phil Simms and said, no. The Falcons have how many numbers retired?
0.
We don't retire any jerseys.
Then it
Here's
doesn't
the Falcons'
matter.
history real quick just to kind of bring you up to date. They have the Ring of Honor where they recognize their great players, and Julio Jones will be the next guy in there without a question mark.
And deserves to be.
No question about it. The number 60 worn by Tommy Nobis the last player to wear number 60 was Tommy Nobis.
And he was the first ever draft choice by the franchise.
Talking to Rich McKay about this situation, nobody will ever wear number 60.
Okay.
They will not issue it ever again.
Ever again.
Okay.
Will not happen. The other numbers that haven't been worn, William Andrews, number 31.
That's right.
Has not been worn, which is kind of a different number anyway.
Well, guess what? It's being worn this year.
Oh.
Xavier Watts got number 31.
Interesting. Thank you very much for the update. And number 10, Steve Bartkowski wore it for a million years. Scott Campbell wore it after that most recently.
Scott Campbell years. Good.
So those are the numbers that have been discussed as far as like retirement, but is never.
Well, there's one that should never be issued. That's number 2. They need to take that one out of service.
That is a conversation that needs to be had.
It should be a short one. We're not issuing number 2 anymore. So that
Young Wei Koo wore 7 for God's sakes.
Right.
Dan Straczynski.
Yeah, so did Michael Vick.
Right.
So Michael Vick will join us in the 9 o'clock hour.
Ask him about that. How funny it was to see somebody else running around in a Falcons jersey with a number 7 on.
Or kicking in a number 7 jersey. So here's your rookie numbers. Number 11 is going to be Jalon Walker.
Okay.
James Pierce Jr. is wearing the number he wore at Tennessee, 27.
Who was the last 27 you remember? Here was a safety we had.
Richie Grant just wore 27.
Thank you, yes.
This one will probably be better. Or at least I hope so.
God, I hope so.
Xavier Watts, as we just mentioned, is going to wear 31. So here's what's interesting with Xavier Watts. At Notre Dame, he wore 0, 26, and 82. With the Falcons, 0 belongs to Divine Diablo. 26 is running back Carlos Washington. And then 82 is Casey Washington.
He wore 82?
He was a receiver when he started.
Interesting. That's right. He did switch over.